7 in a row.
Shannon, say it with me.
Hambo!
Girl, welcome to the booth.
Directly for it and get it.
going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and I've got quite a lot of explaining to do, don't I? Yeah, right. Yeah, freaking right with this video, honestly. I'm so disappointed. So, obviously, I gotta tell you guys why the game stopped at the middle of Game 3. And the reason for that was because my lack of paying attention. That's why. I got so caught up in Game 3 that I didn't realize that the battery had run out on the main camera, and I basically went through that last half of Game 3 without recording. And so yeah, I let the battery run out and I didn't bother to pay attention. So that's what happened there. And then with the second camera, the one that records the bottom, you know, that bottom down lane view that you see in the corner right there, two things happened with that camera. So the first thing was that the battery actually did run out in the middle of the second game, but luckily I noticed it and I switched out the dead battery for a fresh one, and voila, got back to doing what I do. The problem was that I didn't realize that the footage had gotten corrupted. Man, that was the worst thing ever. And also, if you'll notice, actually, that ties into what I'm about to say right now. If you'll notice, I'm wearing the exact same outfit that I was wearing when I filmed the Sauce Bowling Bra review, the video before this one. The gray shirt with the black pants and the golden shoes. I can tell you right now, 100% yes. I filmed the Sauce and the Desert Tank all in the same day. I filmed the Sauce first, and then I filmed this Desert Tank after. So yeah, did the Sauce, took like an hour-long break, and then I finished it with this one. And I made the mistake of not only did I not switch the batteries that I used for the Sauce, I used that exact same set of batteries for this one because I felt 100% confident that I could finish both the Sauce and the Desert Tank on those two batteries that I was using for these cameras. But yeah, I didn't make it to the end. I lost that last half of Game 3 for this review as a result. And luckily, though, I will say, I don't know how, by some miracle, I managed to get some of the footage saved for the secondary camera because, as you can see, there it is, fully functional. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get all of it because, okay, here is what I use. You see this? These are the memory sticks that I've been using in my cameras for the past 2 years, and they have never, ever failed me. 128 gigs made by SanDisk, your standard SD card, but on this day, I was not using these SD, I was not using this one for that second camera that you see in the corner. I was actually using a different one. It was one of those ones where the memory stick is actually a lot smaller, but it comes with one of these, and it has that open slot at the top, and you could just take that smaller one and slip it right here. You know what I mean? Usually, like, I think you can... You know, it's like the ones that go for that you can put into your Nintendo Switch, those little small ones, and it comes with this. Yeah, that's what I was using on this day, and I found out the hard way that that SD card was no good because obviously after I was done filming all of this, I went home, put that memory stick into my computer, and found that all the footage for that secondary camera was corrupted. All the footage from the Sauce was gone, and some of the footage for this Desert Tank review was gone. So that also answers the question to why the Sauce Bowling Ball review didn't have that camera up in the corner, and that's because I lost all the footage. It got corrupted. Nothing could be salvaged. It was all gone. So there you go. I am never using that SD card again, and I am going to switch, like, I'm going to pay attention to the cameras. I'm going to be watching them more to make sure that the cameras are still rolling, because it could have, I mean, I'm glad that it only ran out there and it didn't run out earlier, because it could have. Things could have gotten worse, let's be honest. I could have been doing this video for nothing. I could have, like, literally been out there and filmed nothing. Luckily, that didn't happen. We still got some good footage in here, but... whew, man, that was, I will say that was kind of lucky. So I'm glad that at least we got something out of it. But anyway, with all of that out of the way now, I guess we now focus our attention to the main point of this video, and that is that Desert Tank. So, I don't know what to compare it to, but I will say I do have to play a lot more left than I usually would with a urethane ball, and that is not something that I like personally. I'm so used to urethane being, straight up the boards and, down and in. That's what I'm used to, and that is why the pitch black is the best option for me, because you guys saw that last review that I made of the pitch black, front 10 and front 7, all in one video. Fantastic stuff. With this one, I've used the pitch black long enough to tell you that I stand on board 5, and that's basically going straight up the boards. With this one, I had to stand on board 15, so massive, massive difference there. I mean, look at this. You have to play that kind of angle, like a slow kind of arc type of thing, so it's one of those ones where you have to get it to that right side of the lane so that it grabs something and hooks. There's some shots in here where you can see I kind of throw it straight up the boards and it doesn't hook back, and I think this is a one. Yeah, you see that? Right there. I sent it pretty much straight up the boards and it didn't want to come back. So this is one of those bowling balls that you have to send it to that friction on the right side of the lane or it won't come back. And I don't like bowling balls like that. And that is why I disliked the fast pitch, the pitch purple and the fever pitch, because all those bowling balls, you basically have to do that exact same thing. And this desert tank is on that same boat with them. And that is why the pitch black, I think, is superior, because I can go straight up the boards and let the ball do its work when it gets to the back end. And that's what makes it so easy to use. So, there you go. It's official. Desert Tank is not for me. But I will say, I think it is pretty impressive that I managed to shoot 260-something in the first game with this ball. Playing an angle that I hate to play. But it didn't last long. As you can see in the second and third game, the scores got lower. I can't really remember why. I think it was because of bad shots that I made, and also the carry was terrible. So yeah, definitely not for me. That's for sure. See that? There's another example right there. Straight up the boards, ball didn't want to hook back. I gotta give a lot of credit to what's his name, Jacob Buttrock, because that kind of angle right there that you see, he plays that kind of angle with this purple hammer urethane. Like, he does that all the time. He's so good at it. He makes it look easy. It's natural to him, not to me. Unfortunately, I hate playing that angle. Period. Let's see this shot right here. Yeah, there you go. There's that friction. Ball hooks back, and you see what I mean? Your window is very, very small when you have to play that kind of angle, and that is why I hate that angle. You get it to the right too early, it'll like hook early and cross over. You play it straight up the boards, it will not hook back. Worst case scenario, you get it too right, you'll go in the gutter. If you get it way too left of target, chances are it'll probably just cross over. I mean, your window is really, really small. It's not easy to play at this angle. I thought it was. I mean, it looks easy on TV when I'm seeing all these guys do it, but it's really not. So, yeah, I was surprised also that I had to play this sort of angle sort of with the sauce as well. And I think that... honestly, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I mean, if I'd have used this desert tank first and then threw the sauce, it would have made more sense because I tore up the lanes. I moved oil. But, I don't know if anybody used this pair before me and we're tossing a bunch of house balls or not, but I couldn't give you an answer for that. But it made sense why I had to play this angle with the desert tank. But yeah, let's be honest, that first game, that 260 plus is what saved the series. I think I got a 650, and that was a 216 average in the end after 3 games. Without that 260, this probably would have been a very low series. But luckily, I managed in that first game. So that second and third was just horrible. The splits and all that stuff, horrible. So there you guys have it. That was the desert tank. I'm sorry again for all the mishaps with the the secondary camera, and then the game cutting off right there near the end of that last half of Game 3. I swear to God, I will never make that mistake again. Now I know what to do and what not to do. So, anyway, that's the Desert Tank. Of course, I'll be coming at you with more stuff later on. Thank you very much. I will catch you guys in the next one.